Mike, what's your ETA?
I'm heading back now. Over.
Proceed to 26.133 degrees north, 3.628 degrees east.
Got it.
BAW-709, heavy, hold position. I'll get you moving in a minute.
BAW-705, heavy, holding November.
107 heavy, you're cleared to go. Opening north right. Check. 107 heavy, you are cleared for departure.
277, check.
Hello folks, it's the Grub back once again, and I'm playing Anno 2205. Just give me one moment here. I'm just gonna kick that volume down a little bit. It seemed like it was a little loud there. But this game I've had for a while, and I've enjoyed playing the Anno series, and by no means, don't be fooled, this is a watered down version of Anno, as far as I'm concerned, and it seems like the rest of the game community. But it still offers some fun little challenges. It definitely is a consoleized version of the game, but it still offers some fun challenges in that. And they just recently added the Frontiers DLC, which finally allows for you to required to defend your own islands and sectors like you used to in the old Anno game. So I figured, what the hell? I haven't played it in a while, and I haven't played it since the new DLC came out. So I figured, let's give it a go. Let's record it also. So let's go ahead and jump in here. So we're going to go ahead and start us a new game, start us up a new corporation.
I'm glad you accepted my invitation. Samantha Beaumont, Global Union Supervisor of the Lunar Licensing Program. We have a lot to discuss. But first, I'd like to introduce you to your Artificial Data Amalgamating Messenger.
Thank you for participating in the Lunar Licensing Program. The program stipulates that your corporation set up operative spaceports to act as bases for a new wave of lunar colonization. You will further assist Global Union in the development of a fusion energy reactor to avert Earth's impending energy crisis.
Officially, only megacorporations are allowed in the program, but I personally took a stand for you. You just have to sign in with your corporation name.
Alright, as you can see, that's basically the whole story behind it, is we're just trying to power energy to divert this energy crisis that's coming, but it takes a while, but there's still all kinds of stuff you can do, and every sector has a little special mission as well as the overall reaching mission. So let's go ahead and try and come up with a corporate name here. I've already got a couple of grubcos, so well, since this is the new Frontier DLC pack, can't fit that all in there. Grubz Frontier Solutions. We'll just call it Grub Solutions.
Thanks, but I need to see your corporate logo as well, for identification purposes.
Alright, now let's see what kind of logo here. Some of them I haven't unlocked yet. They require some achievement points. and then signing up with the clubs, but I kind of like this one. I'll go with this.
My superiors at the Global Union had reservations about you, but I've convinced them. They even decided to allocate you high-grade territory for new corporate headquarters. Choose a sector.
Okay. So when the game originally came out, you really only had 3 sectors that you could choose from, which is this Walbuck Basin, Viridian Coves, and Cape Amber. But then this right here was a micro DLC that came, or a little mini expansion that came with it later. This is part of the new frontiers, these 2 here, I believe. But I think we're going to go ahead, we're going to try one of these 2 here, starting out. I haven't done these before. I'll just see what they say here. Because this is a whole new selection screen for me. Okay. And as you can see here, each sector also boasts a bonus to certain items. For example, Walbuck, you get greater
Don't
wind.
want to be rude, but we have a tight schedule.
Oh, shut up. Walbuck, if we take this, we'll get a bonus to our wind production rate, wind power, which gives us 50% more power from them. Wildwater Bay will give us 50%, reduces the maintenance of the sunflower farms by 30%. You don't really have to make too many of those, so it's kind of a option. Let's see, what is this here? Okay, so this would be good for farming sectors. So if we want to do this, we take this for a food rate sector. So this will up any of our coastal production facilities, alright. Our robot assembly, again, not something I've noticed when I used to play. Now, I don't know if maybe that's changed with this Frontiers thing, but I've noticed all you really ever need is just one robot factory. You do use some feldspar, so let's go ahead. Let's go with Green Tide Archipelago. Now, the second area here under that is you'll see that there is... Hey, this is an important decision in a corporation's life where it starts. Shut up. So, under this section here, we have different little mini missions for each sector. So for our mini mission, we're going to have new life. It says investigate the abandoned facility complex. And our rewards will be a sealed off facility holds the key to revolutionizing your staff. I'm not sure exactly what that does. Just kind of go back to what this used to be here. This dam business, if you complete this, it gives you a greater boost of energy within the sector, which is power. And this right here give you additional beautification items you can use to build. And this one will give you additional rare resources. And this one gives you additional rare resources as well. But these two, I don't know what these two do here, but I think we're going to go with Green Tide Archipelago.
Almost there. We just have to negotiate the terms of your contract with Global Union, funding conditions, and the like.
Alright. Now, I've really kind of been playing on Expert here, because I've played a lot of Anno, so it does make for some interesting play there. I'm partially tempted to jump over on Veteran here, though if I do, I will want to make kind of a few small little changes. One, I don't want them to be deadly, since I have not played this, so I don't know how big they get. So I don't have a clue how this works. Let's see here. That could be fine, that's fine. Calamities is fine. That's fine. Don't care about my competitors. That's all fine there, it's fine. No loans, yep, fine. So, yeah, I think that'll do it here. I've not really played too much with the stock market, which unlocks these right here as we go, but we can try that
Going
here as
through
well.
everything, yes? All right, I won't rush you.
Yeah, I am. Go away. So yeah, there we go. We'll go ahead and we'll do this,
You
and let's
are
start.
now entering Phase. The Global Union assigned you territory in Earth's temperate region to establish a spaceport and a base of operations. The construction of a space elevator to Global Union headquarters is also required. For further instructions, speak to your official contact person. Global Union wishes you success.
I took the liberty of recommending you for this project.
Recovering the generator complex could prove beneficial. First assessments show minor damages and a lack of fossil fuel.
First things first, though. The protocol demands you bring a spaceport into operation here. The spaceport building site off the coast is still unstaffed, but as soon as you've built the necessary housing, your construction team will be moving in.
Alright, so here we go with our first little island here somewhere. Let's see, where is it? It's up here, okay. So we have, this is our area that we can build on. Not very big, so we'll have to be careful with our building, and I don't know, I think this music...
intervention needed.
Okay, we'll get to this, Adam. Come back to it later. But one thing I'm going to do, it still sounds like this is very loud, so I'm going to drop this music here. I mean, it's very nice music, but it's loud music. What is this?
Inactive secondary generator. Reason: depleted fuel supply.
Okay, interesting. So yeah, here we go. So, like I said, the Lunar Licensing Program is the main overall arcing story here that we have to work on. So we have to build that, build up to it, launch out to the moon, which when we come up to here, brings us out to our world overview. And eventually this will unlock, we'll be able to go to the moon. But right now, we are stuck here on the little island that we chose. Let's see what Adam wants us to do here. Sector Project, Step 1 out of 2. Redacted Research. Data mining the Global Union archives produced information on a sealed facility. It will likely enable technological advancement. Please investigate the area so I can assess the situation. Oh, I already did part of that already, but... Gotta get used to it. It's right click to move, and... So I already did that when I clicked on this to see what this was, because I saw that red beam. So now we need to select the core unit, which I'm guessing is this, because usually the little orange icons are special things to look at. What's this?
Decommissioned central power unit. Structure intact. No activity detected.
Okay.
A follow-up is needed.
So what is this? Sealed facility. This is the only entrance to a presumably extensive facility. The reactors powering the mechanism were decommissioned. Okay. So looks like we have 2 decommissioned reactors, which will lead to the advancement of the next step. So what's step 2 here? High security standards demand the connected reactors to be the core unit's only power source. Decommissioned data of the late 21st century confirms restoration necessary. Okay, that's what these things are then. These things are leading to these reactors that are on these different islands. Okay. So we have 1 reactor already right here. To reactivate it, we're going to need 150 workers and 50 biopolymer. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started work on that. I just want to see how I'm going to want to lay out my city here for my workers. Because we do have such limited space here. Can I run? Okay. think if I build my housing units along here, I'll just build a strip of them.
Someone
Right
call
now?
for some workers.
New blueprints ready for implementation.
We'll get to that here in a minute. Now what they want us to do is they want us to track a population of 50 workers with 25 residents built. Right now we have 13 of them. Let's see, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And normally I don't like building in these long strips, but because we have such a limited amount of space, I'm going to try and break up my blocks a little bit.
New blueprints ready for implementation.
Oh, I need 5 more. Oops. Oh, and I got to build... Alright. So I need to build a biopolymer facility. Go ahead and we'll slap that there. We're already getting down to negatives for our income. We got, especially on this level, we got to keep an eye on that. We do not want to go bankrupt. We want to run as close to margin as possible. So now that we got this set up, it requires this bioresin, which we'll need to build here. Go ahead and I'll slap that right here.
Great. Building material shortages shouldn't be an issue anymore.
Okay, now once again we're getting low, so we really need to see what we can do about fixing that issue. So, in order to bring in
Can't
more
really
people,
complain, but I'm not jumping for joy either.
to bring in more people, we are going to need some more rice. They only got 14 units of it right now, and we're going to need water. Since we have rice, let's go ahead and take care of our water. Well, we can't do that yet. We need 50 people. Let's go ahead and build that 5 up here, see if that'll help with our income, as well as the amount of people we need to get in here. Now what you can do also is you can press the
Your
plus
construction
button.
crew is one of the first ready. Keep up the pace. Your competitors will try to catch up. For the next construction stage, you'll need qualified ground staff to operate the spaceport. Make sure to adhere to union standards while providing the required infrastructure.
Go away. So yeah, what I was trying to say is you can press the plus button to speed up time if you need to. So let's find out where we can slap a waters plant.
Attention.
To...
Under provision of specific consumer goods detected.
Okay, we only got 3 points where we can slap coastal facilities on this island. And it is going to cost us some precious, precious monies. So I might end up having to build a couple more housing projects
You
here.
need this desalination plant. These days, it's the only way to come by drinkable water.
See how it evens out once they have water here. Want to try and get myself up into the positives. Okay, looks like we might be bringing ourselves into it. Okay, and if I build this, what's it going to cost me? It's going to cost me 20 to build that, so let's see if I can get at least over 20 on my income here. Oh, we upgraded. We leveled
Your
up
global
our...
market share has increased.
So yeah, let's go, while we're waiting for this, I still need to build one more, so let me slowly just increase that there. So now we can get 20 is our income, so we can go ahead and place down a rice farm, slap it right there. But we're going to need some additional power. Yeah, because we're not getting... So how much is it going to cost us to drop a power plant? It's going to be 60, so we need to get up into the 60s for our income.
Warning. Energy grid overload.
Yeah. We know. We'll fix it here in a second. I just don't want to go bankrupt fixing it. You see it's starting to go down. I bet you we're out of rice. Yeah, we're out of rice. Okay, I'm going to have to just bite the bullet and get this down here. There we go. Now it's back up. We should be producing enough rice now.
Attention.
No?
Under provision of specific consumer goods detected.
Ah, Christ, we're going to have to do this again. That's just going to cost us more. But hopefully, we're producing enough rice to be able to do what we need to do here. We are now, so we're producing an additional 4 units of rice. So we should start getting a surplus of that, which will help in the future, but now we're losing 35 credits a tick here, so we'll need to try and find that nice happy little balance point. Well, it would help, and that's gonna hurt because it costs us money to deconstruct in this mode. I did not pay attention to my bars. I need to pay attention to what's in front of me on the screen here. Okay, now we're starting to pull a profit. That's what I want to make sure of. And how are we looking over here? Let's give it a few moments here just to make sure everything's caught up. By pressing the enter button, we'll speed things up a little bit. And it gives us, okay, so we're still sitting at 4 surplus on rice and 4 surplus on water. So we're good for right now. We can let it sit here and just kind of earn our 1 extra credit a tick here. But as I said, I was trying to go over and some of the stuff here. As we mentioned before, this will take you out here to the overall overview screen. And we'll get onto this once we actually get our space elevator up and running. This is the stock market. We'll get to this when we reach level 10. This is our technology nexus. We'll be able to do this once we are able to build research centers, but this will help with learning new technology that can help on land, making some facilities more productive.
Inefficiencies detected.
So as you can see here, go away. One moment here, I gotta sneeze. Nope, never mind. Thought I had a sneeze there. But yeah, here's our technology nexus. We won't be able to do anything with this until we start building our space station, which is something we do over here in the overview. Up here you have our total amount of credits, and if you hover over it, it'll give you an idea of what we have here. So the credit amounts and our credit capital. Our credit limit, I should say. So right now we can only have a maximum amount of credits of 300,000. But as we level, that increases. This is our credit balance. Right now we're earning 401 credits from our employees, but we're spending 400 credits on maintenance, which we're going to have to fix here at some point. Next we have our employees. This will give us a breakdown of how many different workers we have of each different type and region. Each region...
To say, your performance is exemplary. Your job must...
Go away. So yeah, our employees, you're breaking down by each region. Each type of region, the temperate, Arctic, lunar, have special citizen class or worker classes. Right now we just have basic workers here for the temperate regions, and it shows us how many we have there. And then we have our overall corporate employees, which would be over all of our regions. And then we have for our temperate regions the individuals there. This over here, it's going to take us to the title screen. Nothing important. This right here, though, is our company screen. This gives us an overview of our company. Allows us to edit the profile, which we will do right now. I want to have my catamaran instead of the command ship. I think we will go with the red. I'm going to go with that from my Empire headquarters. And then if we wanted to, we could change our logo again. So if any of you see a logo that you'd rather have me use, just drop a line in the comments. The one that gets the most picks there, we'll go ahead and choose. Just remember, the ones that are grayed out are the ones that we do not have right now. They require certain achievement points to receive. But then we come back here to our progress. So this tells us how far we are along in our program and such. Our title updates, how many titles we get, and what's our next title. So right now we're just a no-name company, just a little bitty, itty-bitty nothing. But our corporate level increases by the amount of population we have across all of our regions. And so as our level increases, our requirement for population increases gets to the next one, but we also get rewards for each level. For example, once we reach the corporate level 3, we will receive increase in our account limit, so we'll go from 3,000 to 300,000 to 400,000, and we'll also get a boost of extra credits, which on this veteran setting I have a feeling is going to be very important. Then along the bottom here, you see our sector projects completed goal tab. As we unlock each sector, like I said, each sector has its own projects, and we will do that, and each one has about 3 stages or so. So right now we're on stage 1 of New Life. Then we have our rankings against the other big 5 corporations. How we do. Right now, we're still lowball. We're 6 of 6. Not even on their radar. Well, Lei Shang may be keeping an eye on us. I mean, we are nipping at their heels at level 2. But the same in International, doesn't even see us. Then we got a list of our blueprints, what we've got unlocked, and what it might take to unlock it. So, for example, here we need 200 to unlock that, the information center. And that's population of a certain class, so we need workers. So we need 200 workers for that, whereas when we get up here to operators, when we unlock operators, right now, because we haven't got them unlocked, it's not going to tell us how many that we have to unlock to get to it. But as you see here, we have different levels. For the workers, there's worker, operators, executives, and investors. Then in our Arctic regions, we have the protectors and scientists. And in lunar region, or on the moon, we have miners and officers. Like I said, we'll get to those more later. Right, yeah. And then it just shows us how many of the blueprints we've unlocked so far. Just 8 out of 90. Then we have our achievements. Now, like I said, I have been playing this for a while, so I do have a lot of achievements here. A lot of it done on the regular modes. But, like I said, we're going to try and do the veterans. So we'll have plenty of new ones to try and take out here. Okay, so apparently we can destroy our own cities. You know what? I wonder if I can do something here. One thing is the game has a... Okay, I can. It has a phone app game that you can download called Anno 2205 Asteroid Miner. A little one of those... It's kind of like Candy Crush, where you gotta meet certain things to blow up certain things and get certain things to do things. I don't know. I wasted my time a little bit on it, and what it does is it sends resources to your Anno game here. And I've done it enough to get 500 each of these special resources. Iridium, graphene, petroleum, and metronite? Magnetite, I think is what it is. I can't remember what it is. But these are used to upgrade buildings. I'm going to go ahead and accept them now because I'm wondering if it will let me use it right now. No, it's not. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, over here, of course, we have our build menu where we build our different items and stuff. Here we have our logistics menu, which helps us keep an eye on how our goods are doing. So we know if we're needing to build more, if we maybe need to build less. You know, maybe I need to turn this off for a little bit to save some money, save some power, save some workers. I don't want to turn it off right now though, because I do need that. I don't want it to go down to 1 again, because I need to make sure we keep our surplus growing. That's a new button. What's this? Call fleet. Okay, so this must be for the frontiers. You know what? I'm gonna call my fleet here just in case. I don't want to get caught with my pants down, since we do have them set to come regularly. I don't know if maybe they won't come until we get to our first action here, but just in case, I want to be able to say I'm protected. Then down here you have your move ability, which is disabled in this setting. Our copy tool, which allows us to copy an item and then we can paste it. Our destruction tool, which allows us to destroy items. In this mode, costs us money. And this mode, which will allow us to promote residences if they meet the requirements for it. Right now, none of ours meet the requirements.
Been a while since I had such an important guest. What can I do for you?
Yeah, you can shut up. Now, in order to promote your residences, you have to meet all these requirements.
I knew there was something going on here.
Whatever, Nick.
Arriving.
Go away. Okay, our fleet just came in. Let me finish up here. So yeah. So you have to meet all three. You have to meet all the demands in order for a house to be eligible to upgrade. For example, we've already got food and water. We just need to upgrade to the information.
Makes it easier knowing I work in a place like this.
To reach information, of course, we need 200 residents, our workers, in order to do so. So we'll be expanding on that here so we can get our information center up. And then, of course, we also are able to build ornaments and that. Some of these are unlocked through seasonal missions. And then some are done through special missions. Next down here, we have our workforce. It lets us know how many employees we have that are provided by our employees in our warehouses. And the maintenance cost of our employees. I did not realize there was a maintenance cost for that. Oh, I'm sorry. That's how many employees are required. 140 are required, which gives us a surplus of 10 employees right now as a workforce. Then, of course, we have our power, which lets us know how much power is being generated and how much is being used and what's our surplus, of course. And then logistics, same as the rest of these, but this has to do with getting items from point A to point B. No longer like in the old Anno games, we build supply depots all over the map just to be able to shift resources everywhere. As long as you have the... let me bring it up here. As long as you have this built here, the transportation center, it will give you plenty of transportation. Like right now that would give us 54, but we don't need any right now. Like I said, this comes over here. This will give you an idea of what the special thing is for this sector. And you know what? Just for shits and grins, let's go ahead and just build 2 more houses just to get a little bit of an extra cash flow. We should be able to support that without losing too much. Yeah. Then of course we have our mini map. Like I said, the oranges are usually important facilities, like your warehouse or distribution centers, and get the locations on a map. For example, this one. Red's new to me, but I'm assuming red is these reactors that they were talking about. Light blue is warehouse buildings where you can build your warehouse to take over an island and claim it for your own. And we're going to have to do that because, like I said, there's really not enough room to really build and expand on this island here. So we're going to have to choose islands based on their available location in an area, whether or not we want them to be residential islands or industrial islands. And also it depends on what their resources are available are. Pressing this allows you to see about if you have the credits. You can change the specialty of the area. Like for example, right now the specialty is... Oh no, the specialty isn't deep mining. I thought it was... Oh yeah, it is the deep mining feldspar. That's right. And then of course you have our mini-map. This right here gives us an overview of our buildings by the population. So here we got 35 residences and 1 wind park. And industrialized, we have, it'll show us industries. And this shows us employee promotions, which ones are available, where we can either manually do it, or we can set it to automatically do it if they meet. I don't know if setting it automatically will be a good thing. So that is going to be our first episode here. We have reached our island area, our sector, where we will hopefully begin our gradual takeover in becoming a super duper ultra mega corporation. And let's go ahead and grab our ships here. And these are the same ships you get when you play in the combat missions, which were the old way of doing it. I don't know, maybe they'll still have the combat missions, but because those are really one of the easier ways to get those special resources that I just got back from the mining through that phone app game that I've been playing for a little while there in the past. But I think that's going to do it for this episode here. We've gotten ourselves situated. We've started our growth. We are up to 148 residents. We have a positive balance rate right now. Our credit stores are growing, as is our... Well, our stock of polymers aren't growing because we only have able to have 60. So you know what? We can go ahead and turn them off. What are we doing here? How are we doing here? Okay, we got no bioresin stored up, so we'll go ahead and leave this going. We can get a surplus of bioresin, but turning that off will give us a little extra cash for right now. So I'd like to thank you for watching. Once again, my name is The Grub. If you've enjoyed, please like, subscribe, leave a comment below. And also, check the links below. Join up on our Patreon page there, as well as check out the Facebook page and the Google Plus page, as well as Twitter. I usually keep it updated when I'm releasing new episodes. If you're a Patreon member, you can get access to seeing when I'm actually doing recordings for new episodes. And the status of those episodes before they're sent out there. And I'd like to thank you once again. Y'all take it easy. Till next time. Bye-bye.